Dear friends and students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am discussing the some important chapter question answers, that is public finance and budget. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸಮಾಜ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 31 ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಈ ಘಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ತಾವು ನನ್ನ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನ ತಾವು ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪದೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಒತ್ತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟಿಫೈ ಆಗೋದ ಮೂಲಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ಲೈವ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 31 ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಈ ಘಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿಗಳನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 31 ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಜೆಟ್. ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, ಫಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರಿಸಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಸ್ ದ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ. ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಸ್ ದ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಫಿಸ್ಕಲ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ. Second one, when government revenue is more than its expenditures is called as surplus budget. The person who presents the central government budget is Lok Sabha is finance minister. Fourth one, the revenue generated by the government through internal and external loans is, right answer, capital receipts. Main question number 2, answer the following questions in one words or sentences. ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಪದದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರಿಸಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, what do you mean by public finance? Right answer, public finance is the subject which studies the income and expenditures and debt management of government. Second one, what do you mean by budget? The statement of estimated income and expenditures of a year prepared by the government is called budget. Give the meaning of debt budgets. It is a situation that government expenditures is more than its income is called as deficit budget. What are direct taxes? When the tax is paid by an individual on whom it is levied, this is known as direct tax. Question number 5, express the fiscal defects in the form of a formula. Fiscal defect is equal to revenue receipts plus non-debit capital receipts total expenditures. What type of taxes are imposed by the government? What types of the taxes are imposed by the government? Right answer, direct taxes, indirect taxes. So question number 7, what is public expenditures? The government spends money for defense, administration, economical development and welfare of people is known as public expenditures. Question number 8, what are indirect taxes? If the burden of tax imposed by the government is transferable to others is called indirect tax. Question number 9, what are revenue receipts? The income generated by the government through tax and non-tax sources is called revenue receipts. Question number 10, what is public revenue? The government collects income from various sources to meet its expenditures is called public revenue. Question number 11. Give the meaning of non-tax revenue. Give the meaning of non-tax revenue. Apart from taxes, the government generates revenue from other sources is known as non-tax revenue. Question number 12. What is fiscal policy? The policy adopted by the government related to its income, expenditures, and debit periodically is known as fiscal policy. Question number 13. What is deficit finance? Deficit financing. When the government expenditures is more than its revenue is known as deficit financing. Main question number 3. Answer the following questions. ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರಿಸಿ. First question. Explain briefly the significance of public finance. Explain briefly the significance of public finance. The government formulates methods to equitably distribute the country's wealth. It also calculates the labor and capital investment to maximize the production. It also ensures a balanced growth in all spheres of the economy, to eradicate the poverty and unemployment, to regulate and financial upheavals and commodity prices, to bring financial stability. Question number 2. Explain the aspects of non-tax revenue of central government. Right answer. The source of non-tax revenue of central government includes the net profit earned by the Reserve Bank of India, the net profit generated by the Indian Railways, the revenue generated by the Department of Postal and Telecommunications, the revenue generated by the public sector industries, the revenue generated by the consignments, various types of fees and penalties. What is a deficit? Mention the types of fiscal deficits. In the government budgets, the expenditures is more than its revenue receipts and non-debit capital receipts. The situation is called as fiscal defects. The four kinds of defects are budget defects, revenue defects, primary defects, fiscal defects. Question number 4. What are the direct taxes? What are the direct taxes? When the tax is paid by an individual on whom it is imposed, it is called direct tax. When the tax is paid by an individual on whom it is imposed, it is called direct tax. Personal income tax, corporate tax, wealth tax, stamp duty. Question number 5. What are indirect taxes? What are indirect taxes? If the burden of the tax imposed by the government is transferable to others, it is called indirect tax. Central excise duty, import export taxes, service tax, foreign travel tax. List the non-plan expenditures of the central government. List the non-plan expenditures of the central government. Administration expenditures, defense expenditures, interest payment, allocations to states, various subsidies. Question number 7. List the planned expenditures of the central government. Financial services, agriculture and agricultural related activities, industries, communication, fuel, science and technology, rural development. Social services, education, health, hygiene, family welfare, drinking water supply, housing, social welfare. General services, maintenance of peace, law and order. Question number 8. Explain reasons for the increasing public expenditures, or what are the goals of public expenditures? To promote faster development, to develop industry, trade and commerce, to promote agriculture and rural development, to promote balanced economic growth, to maximize social welfare, to promote full employment. Next question. Differentiate the public finance and private finance. Private finance and public finance. First difference, it related to income and expenditures of the family. It is related to income and expenditures of a family. It related to income and expenditures of a family. Second difference, the individuals calculate their income beforehand and they spend it accordingly. The government calculate its expenditures first and then adjust its income accordingly. Third difference, the transactions are kept confidential. Public financial matters are discussed in the legislative houses. When an individual saves money, it will supplement their prosper- prosperity. Government shows more and more expenditures on development basis. Dear students, if you have any doubts in this chapter, please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.